BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
How you doing? I just want regular, no sugar today.
You got it.
Thanks. Hello.
Hi.
Did you eat that whole thing today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
She's getting big, huh?
Big. Yeah, she is big. Great haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks cute. Well, let's go. Nice to see you. Thanks a lot.
If only child abuse were this easy to recognize. If you even suspect abuse, call 1-800-4-A-CHILD. All calls are anonymous and confidential. Trust your instincts.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Open, the one and only show that opens the Bronx and the world to you. I'm Rhina Valentin, your café con leche and host. As always, we are very excited to bring you the best from arts, entertainment, music, sports, and so much more. Starting our show, we start off with our Open Weekend Preview, which features the Caribbean Cultural Center African Diaspora Institute, celebrating its 35th year in existence with a series of events and festivities. Then the Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance follows with a new collaborative dance theater project. And lastly, Urban Environmental Challenge at Van Cortlandt Park, a 10K race is coming up. So start exercising those legs, people. And after our Open Weekend Previews, today's guests are here to inspire and entertain. We have BronxNet's very own Executive Director, Michael Maxnabi, and Youth Media Coordinator, Marissa White. And they're here to speak about Emmy-nominated show Open 2.0. All right, and following, we have female MC La Tere, who's going to share her talents on Puerto Rican heritage and experience. Female MC, talk about her heritage. Then we're going to hear from our very own Bobby C as he takes over his sports roundup. And well, after all this, April is Poetry Month, and to set the wheels in motion, our first poem by the Educational Pledge by Alberto O. Capas. And well, we're going to close out the show with a beatboxer. Yes, beatboxer Bamboo. Yes, master of sounds. He performs live for you in our Open Artist Spotlight. So stay tuned. All that and more is heading your way. Because now we are officially open. Welcome once again to Open. Rhina Valentin here, your café con leche, waking you up this Friday morning, April 1st. You know what that means, people? Today is April Fool's Day. I wonder what kind of tricks we have in store for the day. Well, we're gonna style it out to the sounds of DJ Paul Quintana. He is here with us, and hopefully he's got no jokes. He's here live, and that's the last of the beginning, or not the beginning, of our April Fool's context. We'll see. Yeah, you know, I just had to go back and forth because, you know, it's like, oh, we don't actually have a radio in the background. We actually have the DJ here for a minute there. In the flesh. And,
no fools here. I'm here today. I'm here. I'm not fooling around today. Good morning, Rita.
Good morning.
How you doing, sweetie?
Good morning. But you know, the funny thing is you know, I want to share with everybody. We do live television, and in live television, there's a lot of technicalities and a lot of trickery, and you know, we're actually having our own April Fools situations here behind the scenes, so unfortunately we can't share that with you via camera, but you're just gonna have to take our word on it. And tomorrow is April 2nd, obviously, because today's April 1st, And DJ Paul Quintana has an event that he wants to invite everybody to attend.
Yes. I have an event tomorrow at 1 Bruckner Boulevard. It's called Bruckner Bar and Grill. Beautiful venue, very artsy. It's in the Bronx. Fabulous location. I want everybody to come out. People here, people watching, come out and join us. House music, beautiful 3 DJs.
Who are the DJs?
Well, we got Mr. Eddie Cortez, DJ No 1, myself, Paul Quintana, and we might have a special guest DJ, Antonio Casio. Extremely talented, worldwide DJ. But come out and check out the vibe. It's a beautiful vibe. Beautiful vibe.
Well, especially if you're digging the sounds of DJ Paul Quintana, because that's what they're going to be jamming over there. And
bring some sneakers. Bring some sneakers, because you're going to be dancing.
Yeah, it's about dancing. It's not about, wearing high heels, because it's a sweat party.
Exactly.
So what time does it start?
It starts at 10. You can come early because
10 in the evening.
10 in the evening to 4. But come early because the bar has delicious food. Come early, hang out, get there at 8, have dinner, and then come to the back room and party with us. It's a beautiful venue. It's a beautiful venue.
Yes, that's the Bruckner Bar and Grill, which is right there off of the 3rd Avenue Bridge.
1 Bruckner. Exactly.
Right, 1 Bruckner Boulevard, which is right there. When you go on the 3rd Avenue Bridge, you kind of usually see it on the left, going into Manhattan.
I want to say one thing, Rhina. It's cold and rainy outside, but every time I come into the set, it's warm and sunny. And it's a great vibe.
Oh, that's so
always
sweet.
Always so good to be here.
Woo! We love having you here, DJ Paul Quintana.
Pleasure.
Talking about the sun rays here on our open set. And it's true, it is raining out there, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't get out and enjoy. And of course, we're going to tell you what to do, or actually suggest what to do, and give you some ideas, because it is now time for your open weekend preview. And first up, the Caribbean Cultural Center African Diaspora Institute celebrates 35 years of CCC ADI. The CCC ADI will celebrate the with the April 2011 anniversary week. And during Monday, April 4th and Saturday, April 9th, the CCADI will hold a series of events including dances, tributes, special presentations, live chats, a birthday party, and all which will help spread the importance of diaspora work in the 21st century. For more information on the celebration years of CCADI, you can call 212-307-7420. And next up, Pepatian, in association with BAD, which is the Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance, presents BX-rated La Mezc Latina. And the Mezc Latina Rising Volume 1, this new collaborative dance theater project explores issues of first and second generation Latina identity in a coming together of powerful, unapologetic voices that speak to the personal journeys and female realities in the tightrope between urban life and ancestry. For tickets on La Mezc Latina, which is happening in April, you can call 718-842-5223, and or you can check out their website at www.pepatian.org. And finally, the Van Cortlandt Park 10K race takes place this Sunday, April 3rd. This urban environmental challenge begins at 10 a.m. as the 10K is a true cross-country trail, including stream crossings with optional bridge, suitable for all standards of runners with the love of running and a sense of fun and adventure. And hopefully it won't be raining. And if you're interested, you can contact the race directors by emailing them at wildcatlost@yahoo.com. wildcatlost@yahoo.com. All right, that was your open weekend preview, people. Hopefully that's plenty for you to get out there and explore what the Bronx and abroad has to offer. And well, as I mentioned last week, we have Ginger Pinks providing this beautiful accessories worn by me on this program. And if you're interested in seeking out some of Ginger Pink's wear, you can go to their website by going to www.gingerpinks.com. Moving it right along, the New York Institute for Special Education held a rally on Friday, March 25th at Pelham Parkway in order to fight for the stop of the proposed budget cuts from the governor. Parents and students are letting their voices be heard in favor of 4,021 schools. Our very own reporter, Sylvia Anglin, was there to cover the story. Let's take a look.
What do we want? What do we want? What do we want?
Students, parents, and educators wanted their voices heard from the streets of the Bronx all the way to Albany, and any cuts to the funding of 4201 schools were not going to happen this year.
Special needs schools, the 4201 schools, we've been providing special services to children, and not having the appropriation would mean that the children would be back possibly in their local district.
This week, lawmakers will finalize the budget, and 4201 schools will receive the necessary funding to continue day-to-day operations. The New York Institute of Special Education held a rally on the heels of $98 million being passed in the New York State Legislature for special needs. Both the Assembly and the Senate were able to reach an agreement on 4201 school funding and were able to stop the governor's proposed cuts.
The legislature has worked very hard to try to keep this funding in. The governor's cut is unwarranted. These are the 4201 schools service people who are developmentally disabled, visually impaired, hearing impaired, and other disabilities. These are our neediest people in our community.
4201 schools are fortunate, as many other groups are forced to reevaluate their day-to-day operations due to a loss in funding.
In this year's budget, because of all the budget cuts and our downturn in the economy, but I'm glad we were able to play an important role to make sure these young people get the special education that they deserve.
Although 4201 schools were victorious this year, lawmakers do understand that this is an ongoing battle.
We win victories in the budget year by year, unfortunately.
So there you have it. These phenomenal individuals have fought and have won for 2011. Their schools have been saved, and they look forward to fighting the good fight next year. For BronxNet, this is Sylvia Anglin.
Did you see her peeking into the camera? I tell you, some people. Rhina Valentin here. You're watching Open, and you just got a sneak peek of the next guest. However, we're going to move right along into introducing our next two special guests. They are on the topic of, well, letting your voices be heard. And they actually recently produced a group of students from various high schools. And, well, they've actually been nominated for an Emmy. And on the set today, we have Executive Director of BronxNet, along with the Youth Media Coordinator, Marissa White, who is also the producer of Open 2.0. And welcome. I'm very excited, as you can see.
Well, we are excited to be here in a good day, great day.
Always.
Open 2.0 is the youth-driven version of Open. It's an inspiration. Your show here with the team down here in the studios on the beautiful campus of Lehman College is an inspiration for high school students training at BronxNet after school with Youth Media Coordinator Marissa White and our professional team to produce a dynamic show called Open 2.0 for a channel by, for, and about young people and the industry. The National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences has recognized Open 2.0 with a New York Emmy nomination.
How exciting is that?
It's huge.
That's huge. Really exciting because they're high school students, right? And just what inspired this whole concept of high school, for high school, by high school?
Well, we conducted community needs assessments. We've always been about training the public in media production, working with students since the very beginning, since we began serving over 19 years ago on the beautiful campus of Lehman College in the Bronx. We have trained the public and students in media production, college students, high school students. We did a community needs assessment in 2007 that determined there's a need for a South Bronx constellation site, an East Bronx constellation site connected to our network operations on the beautiful campus of Lehman College in the Northwest Bronx, but also a channel and an outlet for our young people, a more formal approach to training our students to have a voice, to share in this resource that is public access and this open work that is BronxNet.
And as the youth media coordinator and also overseeing the production of Open 2.0, what have you witnessed in the development?
Oh, it's huge. We've had high school students intern with us before. You've seen them on Open even in the summertime. But when they come to do their own show, Open 2.0, it's tremendous. I mean, we have kids who were not doing well in school, not going to school every day, not having grades, and grades are coming up. They're going to school every day as a result of this internship. We had 5 or 6 different participating high schools, and when we first started, they all came and they were in their own little groups, and 4 weeks in, you couldn't tell who went to which school, who was friends with who, so they mixed in with each other. They made new friends, and they actually learned, you know, who was good at doing what. They had great little arguments amongst themselves. They really do run the entire thing, and they decide pretty much who's doing what and how it's going to go. So it's nice to see that. It's nice to see them grow and develop as the program moves along.
So grow and develop as young adults into breaking away from cliques or just being just geared
Working
towards
working as a team.
Right, yeah,
yes,
working as a team,
yes.
but also, you know, to get them to that next level. You know, we always, there's always goals here at BronxNet. We want our college people and all the people that are on the floor here and upstairs, we want them to get that entry-level job. We want our high school people to look at these college people and know that they go to, you know, we want them to go to college, you know, so, and a lot of them, you know, choose to go to Lehman, which is great because we're here. So we want them, so it's always these steps, you know, so we want them to go to college, we want them to know that there's job readiness, and we want to develop them and want to bring them forward. So that's what the program is really geared towards.
You know, it's interesting that you chose the word steps because just to tap back into your constellations, which are steps, right? And so how do they loan themselves to this program? To like what would these constellations of BronxNet outlets loan to the development of this conglomerate of public access?
It just means more access to a borough of 1.4 million people and growing. It means more access to the technology, to the media production resources, to the workforce development training, to the channels, to the studios, because there are people who are not able to come to the Northwest because of their schedule, because of their geography, where they are. Access to transportation from the east to the west sometimes can be you know, a bit of a struggle on a regular basis. So if we have a constellation site to send content, the students out there, for example, would be able to readily engage with a greater frequency in the opportunities that we offer at BronxNet. This is a growing open work. We've heard from people about what you'd like to see, and we are really employing that. And that's why, really, this nomination is amongst really 4 nominations that we've gotten this year.
That's right.
Bronx Flavor, which shows the flavor of the world, the flavors of the world are in the streets of the Bronx, with Baron Ambrosia, has a nomination for original music composition. And Walter Garrico, who started at BronxNet as a student, his media career, his media path, he's now a professor at Lehman College, but he's also doing a major work around the nation and really around the world in terms of media production. He's still part of the BronxNet team. He has 2 Emmy awards for Emmy nominations for his work with BronxNet, and he does have actually
he's got
5.
Several others.
Yes, we know he's got like 5 already.
Yeah.
He's one of the people that are working with our young people, our college students and high school students in media production, so that they can build their careers and get a career path. And learn, you know, have exemplars.
It's all about getting more kids in the program. We'd love to have, you know, we can only do 5 or 6 from each school at a time. You know, if we had, you know, other sites and other places, then that would be even more kids to, you know, not counting the kids that we train in the schools on site when we're there with people like Walter and other videographers that we use. So it's all about bringing more kids into the program. The more kids we get, the more we train, the more people we send out into the world.
And the bigger of a transformation we have on our borough.
When can you see Open 2.0? After school, 4:30 on channel 67 on Cablevision, 33 on Verizon Fios, online at bronxnet.org, bronxnet.tv, as well as on the channel by, for, and about young people, Verizon Fios 24/7 channel for youth on Verizon Fios channel 37.
All right, so is
Cross,
we're gonna
cross your fingers.
We are. Well, you know what? You declared Emmy winning. So I'm putting it out there for BronxNet, Open 2.0, Walter, as well as Bronx Flavor. Yes, BX in the house representing, and Constellations too, so that we can reach out more youth.
Let your voice be heard. Go to BronxNet.org and send a message of support for public access and the way we serve and your rights to media access. At BronxNet.org, there's an e-petition that you can fill out. It takes less than a minute.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Stay Bronx strong.
Of course, and we will. Executive Director Michael Max Navi and Youth Media Coordinator Marissa White, Emmy nominated. We are so excited about that. And once again, be sure to check out episodes of Emmy nominated Open 2.0 online by going to www.BronxNet.org. And well, if you're interested in joining productions, you can always email Marissa at BronxNet.org. All right, next up we have La Tere, and she is present to share her life experiences. But before that, look at this piece as the Deputy Bronx Borough President Aurelia Green has been honored for Women's History Month.
Jazz tunes filled the air at Zenovia's restaurant on the Grand Concourse. That's where Bronx Deputy Borough President Aurelia Green was being honored in celebration of Women's History Month by owner Sheila Baker, while friends, family, and colleagues in government looked on. A longtime community activist in the Bronx, Green also served for 27 years as New York State Assemblywoman for the 76th District before taking on her current role.
She lives in the community. And so therefore, people know her. There is a warmth and an engaging personality that people feel very comfortable about talking to her and to uplift the community.
It's that community connection Baker has come to appreciate as one of the Grand Concourse's newest restaurants to open in the Yankee Stadium neighborhood. She credits Green for helping to keep it alive.
She's given me information, financial information, the services that we could use. I would say that she's probably part of the reason that we're still here.
In accepting recognition for her work, Green had this to say.
I love helping people. That's what God put me on the earth to do.
As the nation celebrates the contributions of women, her Deputy Chief of Staff, Camilla Pinckney Price, says Green has set a tremendous example. For years, Pinckney Price could only read the papers to find out about Green's accomplishments. Never did she imagine that one day she'd be working for that very same person.
When I was a nurse, I was reading about politics and inspiring women who are in politics, Afro-American women. I read up on Aurelia Green. For me to work with her right now as a Deputy Chief of Staff, I would have never thought.
Several shared that it's her ability to provide practical help at the right time. That's what Baker experienced firsthand.
She was having some difficulty with her electricity here. The lights kept going out on her. Between her efforts and our efforts, we were able to help her.
It's that reason Green was chosen to be recognized during this month that pays tribute to all women.
This is a great evening in the Bronx. The Bronx has a jewel in the Deputy Borough President Aurelia Green.
It's help that's paid off as Zenobia Restaurant celebrates its 19th month, providing this Grand Concourse community with an upscale restaurant just blocks from Yankee Stadium. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Makoko.
Thank you, Arlene Makoko, and congratulations to Deputy Bronx Borough President Aurelia Green. And we are back at the on set. Rhina Valentin here, live with you on Friday's Open. And, well, Women's History Month may be over, but, well, you know what? We make history every day. And I briefly introduced our next guest, but let me give you a little bit more about her before we actually let her spit on the mic, as they like to say. Our next guest, La Tere, is a humanitarian activist, female MC, songstress, and a visionary speaker for the 21st century. The Afro-Antillean Puerto Rican Boricua, first generation born in the mainland, grew up in Chicago's historic Puerto Rican community of Humboldt Park, I'm not from Chicago, I hope I said that right, near the famed Paseo Boricua. And through her political and local activism, La Tere has worked to carve her own niche outside of the commercial hip-hop industry and focused on building community. Without further ado, let's give it up for La Tere!
Hey. Wonderful. Thank you for having me. So I usually have a track, but since it's Poetry Month, I am going to do it a cappella. And this is called Crush. As night falls, the fight calls. The inner city queen is awakened from my soul. Embracing how it feels, all her fury and hardships that overrule the fact that she's always been God's gift. But blind to the joy, she's engulfed in a promise. Her ancestors made before the Lord on a mountain. They swore on the bloodline no one will cross gates until I reach the status of a queen in my own place. So now I make a move, but I move at my own pace. Before me there were teachers, speakers, mothers with known fates. They were building on a theme they believed they could dream free. To justify their lives they believed they could bring me. So now I stand here, heat spitter, set to change minds while the enemies surround, threaten to take mine. I never give it to them, my story is unfolding. Realer than real, one up on haters cause I'm chosen. I ain't never been the shy type, cause in the shy you either slang or grab the mic right. So if you're thinking I'ma fail, get your mind right. I'm a Shy City champ in the limelight. Yeah, what it do, it's Lati. Killer to the liver like a hot sake. Born in the Shy, conceived in a beat. Raised in the rhythm with my brother TC. Now I'm living life, a lyric at a time. God sent, so I'm steady, faith divine. With a knowledge of the hood that'll blow your mind. I ain't gotta move fast, I could take my time. I'm a S dot, L dot, G point. I come with the ice cold flow that'll shut down all of these boys. Just know I deserve this dough. I'm the girl who bought the mixtapes and the hit tapes back in 6th grade. Studied all the styles, got a dose of the underground downstate. Now my style ain't a similar sound. I know you're feeling me now, that inspiration. Never let the enemy kill your motivation. Do it for your block, do it for your fam, do it on your own. You don't need nobody holding your hand. I ain't never been the shy type, cause in the shy you either slang or grab the mic right. So if you're thinking I'ma fail, get your mind right. I'm a Shy City champ in the limelight. One more. I roll heavy with spiritual sphere of lyrical lyrics that are imperial, peering through individuals. Y con gana, the female to Montana, bringing the boom, tengo más flow like I'm a Looney Tune. Diddy Doom, no you would not bank me, my body was never fino, cause daddy was not a Yankee. Y con la sangre taína, fusión de pueblo y esquina. The rap for my Carolina, I got a dream that I mean. Just take a moment and breathe. And I'm gonna give you my story. I'm on the hunt like I'm Taurus, soaring, deploring the futuristic anointing. I'm pointing into the sky cause the Lord has always been for me. I ain't never been the shy type, cause in the shy you either slang or grab the mic right. And if you're thinking I'ma fail, get your mind right. I'm a Shy City champ in the limelight. Alright? Thank you.
Woo! Woo! Tell us how you feel. Tell us how you feel.
I feel fabulous.
No,
I feel good.
We can tell. We can tell. We can tell. We
No
can tell.
doubt. Qué rico.
Oh, yes. No, we are so happy to have you here on Set La Tere. Just share with us like where those lyrics are even drawn from. You know, they're very powerful and very in your face.
In your face. When you're from the hood, it's in your face. You're living in it. So this is just taking pieces from my life and just putting it in hip hop, in a hip hop format. You know, hip hop is the CNN of the streets. Hip hop is the voice of marginalized communities across the world. So I'm from Humboldt Park. It's a Boricua nationalist community in Chicago. And honestly, for me, it really started through salsa. Salsa was my inspiration.
It started for you in salsa. So how old were you when this started?
Oh my goodness. I'm first generation here, so very connected to the island. So I would say since I was 3, 4, we were dancing because my dad was like, no Puerto Rican, you're not going to be Puerto Rican in America y no saber cómo bailar. So, and then at 15, I joined a salsa band in my high school, Roberto Clemente High School, and it was called Son del Barrio.
So, like
S-O-N, Son del Barrio, like from the hood.
Right. So you started off with salsa. Now, where along the lines were you able to convert it into this? Like, how did you know? When did that happen, and how did that happen?
It happened. I'm gonna be real honest with you. It happened about 5 years ago. Actually,
really?
Yeah. So I've been a salsera all my life, and then 5 years ago, I started the group Rebel Diaz.
Yes, right.
Because I sing. I was a lead singer. I was always the hook girl. So I would do the hooks for the guys that were MCs. And it just kind of, it was like no more being the hook girl. Like I have my own voice that I can use this hip hop as a woman to also get this message out of like women empowerment and what we're going through. You know, reproductive justice and all of those things.
Right. Well, it's important.
Only 5 years.
Right. Well, you know, 5 years. You know, you've come a long way in 5 years, and the fact that you've chosen hip hop as your outlet, which obviously leads towards the next generation, which is it seems to be the message that you're trying to get out. Why?
Hip hop, like I said, hip hop is what the youth listen to. You know, if I gotta go into doing bachata, if I gotta go into doing reggaeton, I will. Right. So, you know, it's just what the youth are listening to right now.
Yeah, well, you got a lot coming up, and you've got some tracks on YouTube and so forth. You want to share with everybody where they can obtain information on where you're playing, or where you're performing live, or where they can just listen to you?
You can go to www.latere.com, and everything is there. My upcoming shows, my Facebook, my Twitter, and all of those beautiful things.
Yeah, well, we're really proud of you here in the Bronx, here in New York. La Tere is actually one of the founders of Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen, which is like a huge event that happens annually here at Hostos Community College. And well, we have her here live on the set, and you can check her out at latere.com. And once again, even though Women's History Month is over, we're still rocking the empowerment. That's what's up. Thank you
so much.
Woo! La Tere in the house. All right, so, well, you know, we got to take a quick break, but when we come back, you know, Bobby C is going to take it over. So don't go anywhere. Sports is next. Yeah, that's hot.
How you doing? I just want regular, no sugar today.
You got it.
Thanks. Hello.
Hi.
Did you eat that whole thing today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
She's getting big, huh?
Big. Yeah, she is big. Let's get your haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks cute. Well, let's go. Nice to see you. Thanks a lot.
If only child abuse were this easy to recognize. If you even suspect abuse, call 1-800-4-A-CHILD. All calls are anonymous and confidential. Trust your instincts.
Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? That zit is huge. Zit face. Ugly.
You know, when I was younger, man, my brother was the one who really took care of me, man.
Is that right?
Hey, he'd wake me up in the morning, get me ready for school, take a shower, make me some breakfast.
Where your brother at now?
Oh, he know. All right. I get lonely, nobody to talk to. I felt like quitting school. He looked at my dad in my eye, he told me, if not for me, do it for him.
Give Josh and our class of 08 the boost they need to graduate. Join us at boostup.org.
Let's head out to Yankee opening day.
My brother was the one who really took care of me, man.
Is that right?
Hey.
Package.
All right, go to the
Package.
package.
Weather can't dampen the spirits and the pageantry of opening day. And the chilly March conditions didn't slow the Yankees on the diamond either, as the Bronx Bombers opened their 2011 schedule with a 6-3 win over the Detroit Tigers at the stadium, their earliest home win ever. Deemed healthy late Wednesday, Curtis Granderson showed no ill effects from a strained side, hitting a go-ahead 7th-inning homer while making several sparkling defensive plays in center.
For the weather, that was the only bad thing. That's one of those things where you're excited that the season's pushed up. At the same time, it is March 31st, and we know how it can be up here in the north and the northeast. And we made it through, so we didn't have to wait around longer. We weren't delayed, and again, we got a victory when it was all done, which is the best thing.
Mark Teixeira, who had a down season by his standards in 2010, gave the Yanks an early lead on a 3-run shot off Detroit starter Justin Verlander. Tex, like many of the Bombers, was happy to get back to work.
Always fun. I mean, I live here full time now, so I'm around the stadium a lot in the off season. But at the same time, when you're in Florida for a while, coming back to New York and a little bit of chill in the air, it's nice to know that opening day is around the corner.
But I mean, it's good. It's good to be back in town.
For the Yankee faithful who were serenaded by the 161st Street Bid and their rendition of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" as they entered the stadium, they couldn't be happier to see America's pastime again. Ronnie, what makes opening day so special?
Baseball is back. Nothing like it, and the Yankees represent the Bronx.
Opening day might as well be a holiday in the borough, especially for fathers and sons. Is this a day that you take off from work and have your son maybe out of school?
Yep, he cut school and I'm out of work. We're here for the Yanks.
And even after 16 years, Derek Jeter still has the hearts of women everywhere. You love Derek Jeter from what I understand?
I love Jeter. Let's go Jeter!
And when it comes to opening day, it doesn't matter what part of New York you're from. The Bronx is tops, thanks to the Yankees. Are you prepared for opening day?
Why not? I'm prepared for it. Once it's opening day and people are going, let's go. That's basically it.
Being in pinstripes was a new experience for Russ Martin and Andrew Jones, who got their first full taste of the Bronx Wednesday during the Yankees' first practice at home.
It's pretty special. And what's more special is the attitudes that the guys have. You know, there's not many egos on this team, and I think everybody just wants to pull their weight and do what they're supposed to do, and in that way, I think, you know, we'll be in good position to win a lot of ball games.
You know, this is a great organization. You know, just happy to be a part of it, and happy to trying to help them win another championship. You know, it's a first-class organization, and just happy to be here.
As for Thursday's home opener, it was arguably the coldest in recent memory, certainly a lot chillier than the 42 degrees it was said to be. George, is that the coldest opening day since '96?
I don't know, man. It's tough to, I don't even know how cold it was. It was pretty cold out there, though. Yeah, we're excited to be back home.
Yankee great Mike Mussina tossed out the ceremonial first pitch. Jobber Chamberlain would go on to win in relief, and the Bomber faithful, like the Yanks, walked away victorious on day one. The boys in pinstripes have an off day today and will return to the Diamond Saturday with A.J. Burnett on the hill. The Yanks wrap their series with Detroit Sunday before welcoming Minnesota for the start of a 4-game set Monday. As for the Amazons, the Mets open today in Florida. Mike Pelfrey will take the hill and oppose Marlins ace Josh Johnson. The Mets open the season without slugger Jason Bay, who is on the DL nursing a rib injury. From the Diamond to the college hardwood, let's talk Final Four now. Kentucky cut down the nets here in the East Regional and Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, and now they head to Houston for the Final Four, where the road to the national championship goes through Kimba and the UConn Huskies. The Wildcats got past second-seeded North Carolina 76-69 Sunday to advance to the Final Four Saturday night in Houston. Kentucky and its brain trust will have its hands full with Walker and the surging Huskies. The Kentucky-UConn matchup pits the Bronx superstar versus two of the greatest former BX ballers turned coaches. Joining head coach John Calipari behind the bench are former Truman star and 17-year NBA vet Rod Strickland and former St. Ray's product Orlando Antigua, who after a successful college career at Pittsburgh became the first Hispanic and non-black player to suit up for the Harlem Globetrotters in 1995. As for the BX coaches, Kentucky freshman guard Deron Lamb says they've been a huge part of their success.
They're great coaches. They teach me a lot. They got me where I'm at right now. And just got to keep moving on, keep advancing.
Fellow freshman Brandon Knight scored 22 points Sunday, helping number 4 Kentucky advance to the Final Four for the first time since its 1998 national title.
It feels great, but like I said, we're going to celebrate just for a little bit and then not be satisfied with what we've done. We want to continue to win and continue to move forward.
Kentucky will need more of the same from Josh Harrelson, a seldom-used reserve a year ago who has flourished in his final season. He held his own against UNC's bigger front line, netting 12 points and grabbing 8 rebounds. An ecstatic Harrelson talked about the experience of reaching the Final Four.
I'm still floating right now, cloud 9, and I said about last game, going to the Elite 8 again, and now we made one step further than last year's team. We're back in the Final Four where a lot of people think Kentucky should be. I think everybody right now floating right now.
Kemba Walker is the last of the major Bronx stars still standing in March Madness, but let's take a quick look back and catch up with two others who also shine bright in the month of March. What does it mean to you to see all of this New York City flavor, especially flavor from the BX?
I mean, it's good, man. It just shows the talent that's in the Bronx and also New York City, and we all coming out here playing at a high level, so it's just like we putting the Bronx in a good situation right now, and we just want to continue it.
Special for you too, knowing that the road wasn't directly from high school. You had to play the JUCO ball. You had a phenomenal junior college career, but to finally get here and then after last season to prove to everyone that you deserve to be the guy.
Yeah, that's just that was just motivation for me, you know, taking a long route to get here. Of course, you don't want to do that. You want to come straight from high school, play 4 straight years, but it's just about not giving up on your dream, and this is where I wanted to be from jump start, and I'm here, and I'm happy I'm going to end it here and just move on.
What has Villanova meant to you?
Everything. You know, family. Just a great environment to be around, and you know, after basketball, so we can come back to this.
Where would you place, you know, Corey up against the best guards in this conference?
Oh, I think you know, when healthy, he's one of the best in the country. You know, he can do anything. You know, he can shoot it. He goes off the dribble, gets to the foul line. I love him.
Another Bronx legend, Ed Pinckney, said that he played a big role in recruiting you before he moved on to coach in the NBA. And one of the greatest things I think anybody could say about anybody, especially a guy who played in the NBA, was he said that you had NBA talent.
Yeah, you know, Coach Pinckney, I know him since I was little, and you know, just he was one of the reasons why I came here. Him and Patrick Chambers, and you know, they moved on with their careers, and you know, I'm still here with people I love, family, and you know, just gotta continue to get better.
Nice work for the BX Stars on the rise. As for the Final Four, Virginia Commonwealth will face Butler in the early game Saturday night. Tip is set for 6:09. And the nightcap, Kentucky gets underway with UConn and Kimball at around 9 p.m., paving the way for next week's title game. We wrap the sports roundup with a couple of quick hitters. Former Yankee great Don Mattingly got his first win in his managerial debut Thursday night, leading the LA Dodgers to a 2-1 win over the defending champion San Francisco Giants. The Knicks, fresh off a 121-16 victory over the New Jersey Nets Wednesday at the Garden, return to action Sunday at home when they welcome their nemesis, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Carmelo Anthony hung 39 points on the Nets Wednesday night. And from the ice, the slumping New York Rangers fell 6-2 to the Islanders Thursday. The Blue Shirts, who have lost 2 and might be losing a grip on their playoff spot, return to action Sunday in Philadelphia. Those are the headlines. Let's hit a quick C-list for my final thought. Predicted a UConn-Kansas title game. 2 of the 4 teams in my Final Four are still standing. Kansas didn't hold up its end of the bargain, falling to VCU in the shocker of shockers. But I find it fitting that Kemba Walker can make the Bronx boy, this Bronx boy, a champion once more if he can lead the Huskies through 80 more minutes of championship caliber hoops. At your sports, I'm Bobby C. And Rhina, in the spirit of April Fool's Day,
yes,
I have named my bracket in honor of Charlie Sheen, because he is the fool of fools. And it's my bracket is bruised, battered, and tattered like Charlie Sheen. And I've actually named the bracket, folks, Sheen's Goddesses, because he's the man. Back to you.
I love it. That was a great one, Bobby. All right. That was awesome. That was awesome. All right. But do you know also, Bobby, excuse me, April, aside from it being April Fool's Day, it's actually Poetry Month. April's Poetry Month. And, well, beginning. Well, no, you already did the April Fool's joke. That was good. We did a little April Fool's, and now we're going to go into the poetic essence of April, the month of April. And starting this week, we're actually going to be reading excerpts of inspirational poems and or statements after Bobby C's segment. And today we are going to open with a reading that was sent to me by email from Alberto O. Capas. I thought this was something very inspirational that we'd like to share with you. So the name of the piece is called The Educational Pledge, and I will have DJ Paul Quintana play some music underneath me as I read this pledge and hope to send some positive vibes out there into your homes. And it goes like this. I pledge to maintain a healthy mind and body, staying away from the evils of drugs. I pledge always to try my best to understand the importance of knowledge and education. I pledge to paint a positive picture of where I plan to be tomorrow, not allowing obstacles to stop the growth of my plans. I pledge to seek answers to questions with the harmony and understanding that they will lead to other discoveries. I pledge to work diligently with the awareness and confidence that hard work today will serve as the seeds for my strong tree tomorrow. A tree that no one will be able to tear down. I pledge to learn proper languages beginning with my mother's, always prepared to appreciate others. I pledge to gain a better understanding of who I am by understanding my cultural roots to fully accept who I am as a spiritual and human being. A rainbow of many cultures and colors. I pledge to overcome any personal misfortunes, becoming stronger from such misfortunes, always striving to become a compassionate and wise person. I want to thank you, Alberto Ocapas, for sending us that wonderful pledge, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, April is Poetry Month, and let the poetry begin. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Open.
Low-fat cheese sandwiches on whole wheat bread. Chewy and good for you. Snacks high in calcium help build strong bones, and foods rich in fiber are good for your heart. So you have the power to dominate. Can your food do that? Run, throw, think, eat better. Find out more at smallstep.gov.
Hi, I'm Sean Johnson of the 2008 U.S. Gymnastics team. I'm here with our friends from VeggieTales to say, be a player, get up and play an hour a day.
Besides gymnastics, how do you stay in great shape, Sean?
I love to dance and rollerblade.
Cool.
You don't have to be an Olympian to be a player. Just do the things you already love to do, like jump rope, ride a bike, or even play freeze tag.
Now that's something to flip for.
Well done! For fun ways to get healthy, visit www.smallstep.gov. Hi, I'm Sean Johnson.
Hey, welcome back to Open, everyone. Rhina Valentin here, your host every Friday, and it is now time for our Open Artist Spotlight.
The Open Artist Spotlight is made possible in part with public funds from the Bronx Council on the Arts through the New York State Council on the Arts Decentralization Program.
Born and raised in the Bronx, the birthplace of hip-hop, Bamboo discovered his love for beatboxing and making sounds at the age of 12, and well, credits Michael Winslow, Kenny Muhammad, and Dougie Fresh as being major influences. Known as the master of sound, Bamboo delivers note perfect beats, and a wide range of sound effects accompanied by vibrant energy and personality. His sound effects include drum machines, turntable scratches, helicopters, race car celebrity impersonations, and so on, and so on. And so enough with the introduction, and let's get a taste of this man, because when all the curtains have risen and the lights are up, to get some beatboxing going on right here on the set of Open, let's give it up for Bamboo!
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, represents South Bronx. Turn me up. Turn me up. All right, right. Yeah, all right, right. Get cook. Hear it. Stop scheming and looking hard. Stop scheming and looking hard. I get money. I get money. I get money, every money I got, I get money, oh, money I got, I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie, I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie, nigga, ask about me, ask her, bro. What we gonna do right here is take it back, way back. Oh, go, 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 go. No, bamboo, exclusive. Yeah, boy. Huh.
That was hot. That was so hot. Do you need some water?
Oh, I'm all right.
You're right? Wow. Okay, let's just talk about beatboxing and where it originated from because, it's like coming back. I remember back in the days, this was like a thing that everybody used to do. And wow, I'm like speechless. You have to speak into the mic.
I guess it started all back in the day with Dougie Fresh. I mean, we all know that. And from then it just evolved. The game has evolved, and people are just doing it every day. It's just like any rapper out there. There's a lot of beatboxers out there that just need to be put in the spotlight and just needs to get recognized as hip hop.
Yeah. Now, what is the importance of the beatboxing? Like from your perspective, what do you find important about it?
Well, I think beatboxing is just like any other element of hip hop. I mean, from turntables, graffiti, beats, rhymes, it's the same thing. It needs to be thrown in there. It is thrown in there, and there's a big movement with beatboxing from United States, all over the country, and beyond.
I thought you were going to say it saves the electricity. No, all jokes aside, you're awesome. You're awesome, and we are very honored to have you here on the set. And just share with everybody where you're going with this, with regards to where you're performing, and just where the future lies, what the future holds for you in this whole beatboxing movement.
Well, I got a lot of goals when it comes to beatboxing and making my sounds, everything from voiceovers to doing music, collaborating with different artists all over the city, all over the globe. I just think it's very interesting as entertainment, coming from an entertainment aspect and stuff, to see somebody there, because you can hear anybody do it on the track. You wouldn't believe it's dumb until you see it right there. You got something you got to see and hear to believe, and it's always impressive when you got somebody up there doing everything you know, like a band can do and stuff, you know, just to put it all in one.
Yeah, it's definitely more economical too, right?
That's right.
Yeah. You know, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it since I was about 12.
Since you're about 12, huh? That's awesome. So where can people like get information about you?
You can catch me on Facebook.com/bamboo.fans, and I also just opened up a Twitter account. You can catch me bamboo_MIC. Yeah, a website under construction coming soon.
All right, that's what's up. And are you performing anywhere live?
I'm performing everywhere. I think May 22nd I have Bronx Week Festival.